This circle is spaced in unconditional love, free from harm and fear. Those who love us unconditionally are now invited to be here. Dwa Isis, Dwa Isis, Dwa Isis, Dwa Sekhmet, Dwa Sekhmet, Dwa Sekhmet. Hello, 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 and welcome to the Relaxation Room, a space for deep healing and peace. Hello, Michelle, welcome back. Thank you for the heart me. Hello, Paula, welcome back. Thank you for the high bears. If you've been feeling a little stressed out lately, if you've been feeling a little overwhelmed lately, congratulations, you've found the right place. Here we combine energy healing with some guided meditation to help us achieve deeper states of relaxation and transformative healing. You may begin the session by allowing yourself to get nice and comfortable wherever you are. Allowing the full weight of your body to sink into whatever surface you may be resting upon. There is nowhere you need to go, nothing you need to do. Give yourself permission to just relax. Bringing your awareness to your breathing. Simply by noticing how your breath feels as it enters your body. Noticing how your breath feels as it exits your body. Nice, natural breathing. Nothing should be forced or exaggerated at this time. Inviting in more peace, more calm, more contentment. As you breathe in and out, in and out, in and out. Releasing any stress, any worry, any anxiety. As you breathe in and out, in and out. in and out. Creating space for healing. Creating space for growth. Hello, Erin. Welcome back. Thank you for the heartbeat. Creating space for expansion. As you breathe in and out. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for the heartbeat. In and out. In and out. Allowing your breath to be both your anchor and your guide into this present moment. As you breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. Releasing any heaviness that may be surrounding you. As you breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. Hello, Nick. Thank you so much for the heartbeat and welcome back, friend. Releasing any resistance. Releasing anything you are ready to let go of right now. There is no force here, only flow. As you breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. Thank you so much for the rose. A current of healing energy circulating all throughout the body, infusing itself into every fiber of your being. This energy is intuitive and will flow exactly where you need it most right now. All you have to do is be open to receiving. Feeling soft waves of serenity washing all over your body. Soft waves of serenity flow through your scalp. Hello, Michael. Welcome back. Thank you for the gifts. Hello, Pam. Welcome back. Thank you for the gifts. As you release any tension you are storing in the scalp. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for the gifts. Soft waves of serenity flowing through your forehead, flowing through your mind as you release any doubt, any worry, any anxiety you are storing in the forehead, allowing peace to flood the mind. Soft waves of serenity flowing through the cheeks as you relax through the cheeks. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for the gift. Soft waves of serenity flowing through the jaw, flowing through the tongue as you soften through the tongue and unclench the jaw. Soft waves of serenity flowing through the neck as you release any tension you are storing in the neck. Hello, POTUS. Welcome back. Thank you for the heartbeat. Soft waves of serenity flowing through the shoulders as you release any tension you are storing in the shoulders. Soft waves of serenity flowing down the arms, flowing down the biceps, flowing down the triceps, flowing down the elbows, flowing down the forearms, flowing down the wrists, flowing down the hands, flowing down the fingers as you allow the arms to go limp like noodles. Soft waves of serenity flowing down the chest as you release any tension you are storing in the chest. Soft waves of serenity flowing down the back are storing in the back. Thank you so much for the gift. Hello, Siba, welcome back. Thank you for the gift. Soft waves of serenity flowing down the belly. Thank you so much for the hand heart. As you release any tension you are storing in the belly. Soft waves of serenity flowing through the glutes as you soften all throughout the glutes. Thank you so much for the gift. Soft waves of serenity flowing through the hips as you release any tension you are storing in the hips. Soft waves of serenity flowing through the groin as you release any tension you are storing in the groin. Soft waves of serenity flowing down the legs, flowing down the quads, flowing down the hamstrings, flowing down the knees, flowing down the shins, flowing down the calves, flowing down the ankles, flowing down the feet, flowing down all the way through to your tippy toes. As you allow the legs to go, 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 go. Limp like noodles. Sorry, he's trying to invade my workspace and he's gonna make our lamp fall over if he does. Hello, Monica. Welcome back. Thank you for the heartbeat. And thank you for the roses, Paula. Thank you so much for the beast bounce. And thank you for the heartbeat, Divine Joy. And thank you for the heartbeat, Wanda. And thank you for the ice cream. Thank you so much for the gifts. Okay. And now you may go ahead and imagine yourself at the top of a gently sloping hillside. The sun is just rising. The sky is painted with soft shades of peach, pink, and gold. Soft wisps of cloud swirl against the pastel canvas. And the first glimmers of morning light begin to peek above the horizon. The morning birds fill the air with the sounds of their songs. The air feels crisp and refreshing. Morning dew glistens, reflecting golden rays of dawn off of blades of grass and tiny wildflowers. Soft plush grass beneath your feet feels stabilizing and harmonizing. And there are 10 steps down this gently sloping hillside. Each one represents a deeper state of relaxation, starting all the way at the top at step number 10. Feeling more and more relaxed as you move on down to step number 9. Thank you so much for the gift. Thoughts beginning to slow down, slowing down, slowing down as you move on down to step number 8. Thank you so much for that gift. Body feeling heavier and heavier as you move on down to step number 7. Sinking deeper and deeper into relaxation as you move on down to step number 6. Okay. Feeling so peaceful, so tranquil, so calm as you move on down to step number 5. Thoughts slowing down even more, body relaxing even more as you move on down to step number 4. Maybe even beginning to notice some pause between your thoughts as you move on down to step number 3. Mind becoming quieter and quieter as you move on down to step number 2. And finally feeling just so totally relaxed as you reach the final stage of relaxation, all the way down at step number 1. And if you have an emergency or a bodily function to attend to, you will be able to leave the session just fine and deal with anything that requires your immediate attention. And you will receive the full benefits of this session as if you had stayed the entire time, regardless of how long you are able to be here. And you will wake up tomorrow morning feeling so well rested and so rejuvenated, regardless of how well you are able to sleep tonight. Other than that, you will remain in a state of relaxation for the remainder of this session. Thank you so much for the heart me. And thank you so very much for everyone who is tapping away on the screen right now. Your efforts do not go unnoticed. You are so super appreciated. I understand it can be hard to tap when you are so totally relaxed, so I appreciate all of the tapping that we do get. And thank you everyone for your very kind and generous contributions. Your contributions are what allow me to continue to further my education as a practitioner, as well as buying new crystals and tarot decks that I get to use on the channel. So they are all super appreciated because Lord knows I love me a new crystal or tarot deck. And of course, thank you all for just being here. I truly love this time and space that we have carved out as a community just for us. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you so very much. Thank you. And now as you exit your gently sloping hillside, you notice in front of you in the grass, there is a chest. This chest is made up entirely of your favorite colors of light. Beautiful shades of light swirling, making up the shape of this chest. And you may go ahead and put inside of it. Thank you so much for hitting that goal. Anything that is stressing you out, anything that feels big, heavy, or overwhelming, and absolutely anything that is just draining your mental energy. And this is not a permanent space for this stuff. You will deal with all of this stuff effectively at a time when you are better equipped to do so. You may even mentally set a date and time for when you will deal with this stuff. But for right now, your only job is to just relax. So you can put all of that stuff inside of this chest and put a lid on it. And now, as you become more aware of your surroundings, you notice a glimmering light off in the distance. It seems to beckon to you, so you decide to walk towards it. And as you draw closer and closer to the shimmering light, you notice that it is actually a temple made entirely of citrine. Beautiful hues of gold and crystal, dazzling and dancing in the morning light. Giant temple doors swing open, and as they do, it's as if you can hear someone whisper, intrigued and enthralled, you make your way into the Citrine Temple. Morning light bleeds through the crystal walls, casting prisms of jeweled color all throughout the temple corridors. You walk deeper and deeper into the temple. And as you do, all sense of worry, all sense of resistance, thank you for the gift, all sense of scarcity and lack seems to just melt away. The temple walls feel alive and powerful with pure, radiant energy. You walk deeper and deeper the temple. A wave of pure bliss overcomes you, and you begin to get a sense of everything being just fine. And you walk deeper and deeper, thank you for the gift, into the temple until you reach a grand temple room, elaborately decorated with yellow flowers of all varieties. Thank you so much for the gift. Sunflowers, daisies, marigolds, lilies, roses, all around this room. And in the center of this room, shining brighter than anything else, is a giant golden rose, luminous and glowing from within, completely enchanted by this giant golden rose. You walk beneath it. You feel its energy. Thank you so much for the manifesting. You can't help but feel happy in its presence, yet still very calm and peaceful. And as you stand beneath this beautiful flower, a warm liquid like honey begins to drip from it. It's as if the golden rose is leaking healing nectar onto you. Warm golden honey drips down your scalp. And you feel so good, as if you can feel your vibration raising as the beautiful golden rose drip, drip, drips. Warm, luminous golden honey down your shoulders, down your neck, down your back, infusing every cell of your body with the energy of infinite prosperity and success. In the beautiful golden flower, drip, drip, drips. Warm, luminous golden honey down your chest, down your belly, down your entire being. until you are completely saturated with the energy of good luck, prosperity, and abundance. And you are free to continue to bask here, absorbing the energy of good luck, prosperity, and success. If that's what feels so good for you right now. Thank you so much for the gifts. You are also invited back into your body, back into your mind, back into this present moment, continuing to carry this golden radiance with you everywhere that you go. But either way, I will now place you in a pyramid of purple light. Thank you so much for the gift. And this pyramid floods with electric purple light from the bottom to the top, completely encasing you in protective energy. And any negative energy sent your way will instantly dissolve into the light of grace far before it ever reaches you. Thank you so much for the gifts. This pyramid is programmed to stay with you for as long as you need it, continuing to release negative energy from your mind, from your body, from your spirit, and from your field of energy. And not only is this pyramid programmed to repel, deflect, transmute, and release negative energy from you, it is also programmed to continue to attract more positive energy to you, as well as enhancing all of the positive energy that you already have. And if there are any beings or entities that are currently attached to your field of energy, with peace, love, and respect, are now released. They have no place with you any longer, and they may never return. And any permissions ever granted in this lifetime or any other that allow another being or entity to exert spiritual authority, dominion, unwanted influence, or ownership over your energy is now revoked. You and you alone have full spiritual authority over your energy. You are safe. You are protected. protected always. Okay, I will now go ahead and begin to seal the shield. And as you go to sleep tonight, your life gets better and better. As you go to sleep tonight, things get easier and easier. As you go to sleep tonight, so many blessings begin to unfold in your life. As you go to sleep tonight, your prosperity grows. As you go to sleep tonight, your abundance grows. As you go to sleep tonight, you become more and more successful. And when you wake up tomorrow, you will have no doubt that you are becoming more and more successful. As you wake up tomorrow, you will have no doubt of just how very lucky you are. As you wake up tomorrow, you will have no doubt that you are divinely blessed. Perfect. Now we will go ahead and move on to my favorite part of the session, a message from the Divine Mother. For Cancer season, we are working with the Divine Mother because Cancer is the mother of the zodiac. So for that, we're going to use the Kali Oracle. I'm going to change the wording on the cards since just so it fits everyone's practice. So, I mean, I will be getting messages from Kali. You are free to if you are not opposed to that. But no pressure. If your practice does not allow for that, just imagine it as a message from whatever you have as a mother figure in your practice, and that'll be just fine. And I'll just change the wording to Divine Mother so to make it easier for us, assuming I remember. And we will also be working with Prisma Visions Tarot along with the Healing Waters Oracle. Prisma Visions Tarot. This is one of the decks I've actually. This deck has like stood the test of time with me. For a while, this was like pretty much my go-to deck. It was one of the few decks I owned when I didn't have 54 different decks. This is like one of my OG decks. It's such a beautiful work of art. It really is. From the packaging of the box to the actual like art of the cards themselves. It really is just a masterpiece. I'm going to go ahead and just put a link to it for anyone who is interested in it. Because I feel like it should be a part. It's really easy to work with. And I feel like regardless of whether you've never done tarot before, whether you are a very seasoned tarot reader, I feel like it really fits into anyone's practice, and it's so easy to connect with, and it is so easy to use. It really is. But you'll see in just a moment like just how beautiful the cards really are. So, what is tonight's message from the Divine Mother? What does the Divine Mother wish us to know? What truth would the divine message like to reveal to us right now? Okay. Love is in the air. We have the Lovers, and fun fact, this is one of my favorite Lovers cards. So I mean, my very favorite Lovers cards was also one of James's. This is up there with it, but it's in another one of his decks that we'll get to at a different point in time. But this is definitely one of my favorite Lovers cards, and it definitely has a very romantic feel to it. We have these two dancing lovers over here, dancing in the moonlight. Something is feeling, well, let's pull the rest. The Tower, we have a surprise. Tower moments aren't inherently bad. The Tower is some sort of unavoidable truth. The unavoidable truth isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes, yes, the unavoidable truth is, you know, I don't know, your sort of like gut instinct that something bad is going wrong, and it actually is going wrong. Your gut instinct is right, and then you can no longer like avoid the feeling because you're now confronted with tangible evidence of it. But that's not always the case. Sometimes the Tower is like, if you're someone who suffers from like low self-esteem, or you just don't think like highly of yourself, sometimes what that Tower moment is holy cow, people do respect me, people do care about me. I'm not just a worthless waste of space. I am deeply cherished and deeply cared about. And when you are someone who doesn't think very highly of themselves, like having to be confronted with just how truly loved you are, does create a Tower moment for you. We have the Moon. Okay. There is, the first message that I'm being told to relay is that there is some sort of surprise in store for you in terms of your love life. With the Moon, how I read the Moon is it's being hidden from me for some reason. There's something going on within a connection. Spirit does not, or the Divine Mother does not want me to reveal it right now, but just know that you are headed for some sort of surprise. So another thing I'm being told is like, if when you hear this, you feel like a sense of dread within your belly, like, uh-oh, something's about to happen. Listen to that and kind of brace yourself. However, if you're not feeling like that, like this could be a very good surprise. This could be like you're walking down the street and finally Prince Charming is walking in the other direction and you're like, is that my Prince Charming? And like you just recognize them instantly and you're like, maybe you've even like kind of given up on love and you're like, this isn't happening. I'm done with all of this. We're not doing it anymore. I quit. And then suddenly Prince Charming starts walking down the street and you're like, or maybe we could give it another go. I don't know. I'm feeling like I'm changing my mind on that one. Either way, it's going to be a surprise. And for some people, this could be, there could be some sort of genuine, I mean, whatever it is, this is, you can trust whatever connection this is. This is a genuine soulmate connection with the Lovers being here. The Lovers is also about choice. So regardless of how this is materializing for you, never forget that you always have choices. And also then the other message behind the Lovers here is, love is not a feeling. So love, the heart chakra is actually ruled by the air element in some, I think in like Chinese practices or different Asian practices, it's fire, but like in a lot of practices, it's ruled by air, and the Lovers is also ruled by air. So this is where I'm getting this interpretation from. So we can kind of think of the air element, right? The air element really is your intellect. It's you using your mind. And when we take it from that kind of interpretation, you're using your mind to make these choices, right? You're not doing it based on a feeling. And kind of like a red flag is like, if you ask someone why they love you and they can only make it about themselves and they have to make it about like how you make them feel, and it has nothing to do with like your very wonderful qualities, all of the wonderful qualities that they should be in love with you for instead of just that hot body or whatever it is, that's a red flag. So we also have to remember that love is a series of choices. But either way, there is something is coming. I'm being cautioned not to reveal it at this moment, just because sometimes revealing it, you never know who's listening and you never know what intentions that they have. So for the safety of the connection, I'm just not allowed to tell you what it is. But don't be afraid. The moon is not, I never read the moon card as something to fear, right? The moon, ultimately what it is like, if we look at the card, it's nighttime. We have our boat, the moon's over here. So for some of us, I never read it as a scary thing because I have moon deities in my practice. So this is kind of like trusting your connection to the divine. The divine would be that moon goddess or moon god that you turn to, and allowing that deity to light your path and guide you toward safety. And if we look at this card, like, yes, we have the wolves on the card, but the wolves aren't in the water. The wolves are on land. We don't really have to worry about them. We just have to sail our boat towards that moon. So definitely just trust that there are unseen forces working, conspiring in your favor. And just like I'm being cautioned to not reveal too much, because yes, there are also unseen forces conspiring against a lot of us at this moment. There are also a lot of, a lot of benevolent entities that you have that are working in your favor. So that being said, what is the rest of this message? If you've been feeling kind of like desperate and down about your love life right now, we have the rainbow coming out with sweet relief, new beginnings, and a new way forward. This new beginning, it could very well be someone new that's coming in, and you're going to be getting some sort of relief. Especially if you've just been like single for like way too long and you're just kind of like craving attention or adoration or physical affection, whatever the case may be. There is a lover in your future to help you out with all of that. Again, this could be someone new. This could be an energy that's returning to you. No, only take that if, like, in the bottom of your heart, you feel like you and someone are destined to get back together, and despite all logic and whatever, you just can't, like, shake this intuitive knowing, and this person has not proven to be a danger to your self-esteem, to your sense of agency, to your boundaries, to your mental well-being, to your emotional well-being, or to your physical well-being, then I would say have fun with that. However, if someone's coming back around and they've already proven themselves to be incredibly untrustworthy, maybe we make the choice to love ourselves more than the idea of them, because obviously we don't love them because they keep hurting us, and why would we love that? We love the potential, or we love this like fantasy of them that we've made up in our head that we keep hoping that they're going to live up to, and they keep disappointing us, obviously. All right, and final message from the Divine Mother. What is the final message? Although you may be in circumstances that you would prefer not to be in at this time, you are actually in a position of unrealized spiritual power. You will gain benefit from what is transpiring. When the relevant learning and personal growth have been acknowledged and integrated, these circumstances will give way to a more favorable situation. Okay, so I'm getting a few different things from this card. One, if this is someone who is returning to you, they're going to whatever has happened in the connection that caused the separation to begin with, that separation was actually that separation could be the tower moment itself. It's the moment where you guys realize that the connection can no longer stay the way it is. The connection, maybe there was some sort of power imbalance where things were only kind of pleasing one person in the connection while the other person was silently suffering. And finally it builds to a head, and it builds to a point where we can't do this in the connection anymore. I can't live this way. I need you to be able to meet me halfway, otherwise the connection cannot resume. And maybe at that time you guys decided that the connection would not resume, but then with some more time and space and some thought, it has been decided that maybe someone was being a dingle hopper, and they realized that they were being a dingle hopper, and they are genuinely ready to stop being a dingle hopper. Then this will put you in a position of then being able to, set your boundaries and be able to finally set the relationship up for success, or at least, you guys give it a shot where it's fair to both of you. And either way, whatever is going on right now, it might not seem like it, and it might be very counterintuitive, but it is actually working in your favor. And you might be sitting there how is this working in my favor? There's so much tears and crying and wine with ice cream. I've watched The Notebook 27 times in the last 2 weeks. Or whatever the case may be. Look, just trust the process is all I'm being guided to tell you right now. All right, you guys, that just about does it for me tonight. I will be back tomorrow evening for our next session. So I'm very excited to see you all very, very soon. Bye.